Hello there. Hi, everybody. How are you? Today is Tuesday, March 24th, and it's actually my son Griffin's birthday today. He turns 11 today. So we went on a little outdoor adventure. He got a bow and arrow for his birthday, and we went and did a little hike, and he got to use his new toy. And we also, he did a little bit of fishing, but we're back now, and we're just hanging out in our house. So I wanted to take a moment to read to you. So I told you yesterday that we were going to do the book Corduroy. I also have another little surprise for you. I have a little friend here with me who, let me see if I can show you. Callie. Callie cat. Callie hopped up here on my lap before I started recording, so I thought, we'll see. We'll see if she stays put. All right. So this book, my mom used to read me this book when I was a little girl, and I always loved it. So I wanted to share it with you because maybe you haven't heard this story before. Corduroy. Do you see the little bear there? Oh, there's his little green overalls. Corduroy. Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for somebody to come along and take him home. The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things. But no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. Then one morning, oh, let me see here. Make sure you guys can see this. Then one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look, there's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost the button to one of his shoulder straps." Oh, do you see that? He's missing a button right there. Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight I'll go and see if I can find it." Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down from his shelf and began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. There he goes. Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him. Quite by accident, he had stepped onto an escalator, and up he went. Could this be a mountain? He wondered. I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain. So Corduroy doesn't know where he's going. He thinks he's on a mountain. Have you been on a mountain? Have you been on an escalator? He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there before his eyes was a most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. Corduroy gasped. I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace. He wandered around admiring the furniture. This must be a bed, he said. I've always wanted to sleep in a bed. And up he crawled onto a large, thick mattress. There he goes. All at once he saw something small and round. Why, here's my button, he cried, and he tried to pick it up, but like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down tight. See him pulling on it? He yanked and he pulled with both paws until pop! Off came the button, and off the mattress Corduroy toppled. Bang! Into a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going his rounds on the floor above. When he heard the crash, he came dashing down the escalator. "Now, who in the world did that?" he exclaimed. "Somebody must be hiding around here." This is my favorite page. Look, see his little ears peeking up? He flashed his light under and over sofas and beds until he came to the biggest bed of all, and there he saw two fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the cover. "Hello," he said. "How did you get upstairs?" The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator and set him on the shelf in the toy department with the other animals and dolls. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customers came into the store in the morning. And there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the same little girl he'd seen only the day before. "I'm Lisa," she said, "and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night I counted what I've been saving in my bank, and my mother said I could bring you home." "Shall I put him in a box for you?" the saleslady asked. "Oh, no, thank you," Lisa answered, and she carried Corduroy home in her arms. She ran all the way up 4 flights of stairs into her family's apartment and straight to her own room. Corduroy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl-sized bed stood a little bed just the right size for him. The room was small, nothing like that enormous palace in the department store. "This must be home," he said. "I know I've always wanted a home." You see the little bed right there? There's the bed for Corduroy. Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew a button on his overalls. "I like you the way you are," she said, "but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened." "You must be a friend," said Corduroy. "I've always wanted a friend." "Me too," said Lisa, and gave him a big hug. The end. All right, that's the end of Corduroy. And that's the end of our story today. I hope you're having a good week so far and having some fun. And I miss you. And want to see Callie one more time? Oh, she wants to play. She likes to get a little feisty. All right, Callie. Tell the kids bye. All right. Bye, everybody. I miss you and I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.